Hey, hello guys, how are you doing? This is Fede here back with another video. And today I'm going to give you guys an update on what I've been reading and what I'm currently reading as well. And yeah, let's just get started with some of these books, by the way, you might have seen in my last video, but since my last recap video or so, um, this is the first time I'm mentioning them. So first, let's start with wait, one second here. With the Hunchback of Notre Dame. The Hunchback of Notre Dame. This was a great read for me, guys, because the I really wasn't expecting the story. I mean, I've read Victor Hugo before, right? Les Miserables and all of that, but I didn't expect this tale, this story to be so grim, right? The Hunchback at the end. Well, of course, I'm not going to tell you what happens at the end, but if you read this book, you know that it's not quite like the movie or like the couple of movies. I believe there's two movies from Disney, but yeah, this book is great, man. And if you are looking for a classic to read and you don't know what, this is a pretty. It's not short, right? But it's pretty good, man. Pretty good. Victor Hugo, I mean, he's the greatest. And then I read um, World War C, an oral history of the zombie war. And this I did a physical book and I did an audio book as well at the same time. So I was reading it and listening to the audiobook because I read somewhere or someone told me that the audiobook was really more of a performance, right? From different movie actors and such. There's even one episode here which I marked as one of the little red things here from Martin Scorsese, right? So he reads a pretty interesting chapter about vaccines and how they were basically placebos at the end, at the start of the pandemic, right? This zombie pandemic. So that's pretty interesting considering the times we're living. And then I read the sequel to 2001. This is 2010 Odyssey 2. And this was pretty good, man. I didn't know there was a movie actually about this book. And I watched the movie after reading this book. And the movie is actually good as well. I'm surprised no one talks about that movie or this book either. But yeah, it's a pretty book, and you read this in like 2 days, 3 days. It's pretty short as well. So yeah, pretty. I finished a series that I started last year, and that is the Reef War Saga. Yeah, the Reef War Saga by Raymond E. Fives. This is the last book in the trilogy, and the first one because there is an extended universe, and that's called the Reef War cycle. So the first trilogy, that's the Reef War saga, right? And this is a Darkness at Satanan. This is the last book in the trilogy, and it gives closure to a lot of the characters that we've been reading since the beginning of the book. And I did like the ending. Some people didn't like the ending for this trilogy, but I did. And I'm going to do a video on the whole trilogy, right? Just what I think about it. But yeah, I mean, I totally recommend it. The first book is Magician, which sometimes you can find it in two different books, Magician Master and Magician Apprentice. Sometimes it's just one book. But yeah, the Reforce Saga, man, totally. I read 2061 Odyssey 3. So yeah, I'm planning to finish this series this month, July. And yeah, this book is not as good as 1 and 2, right? But it's still pretty good. This series of books, and Arthur C. Clarke mentions this in somewhere, that these are not like common sequels, right, to the previous books. These are more of a spiritual sequels because sometimes, for example, in this book, things that didn't happen in the previous book happen here, and there's little twists and turns that he makes that in the previous book didn't happen, but he just uses that to tell a new story related in the same theme of this: are we really alone? Who's out there? What we are really, and all of that. But it's pretty interesting. I'm planning to read. So okay, this is the last. Now let me tell you what I'm currently reading. Right now I'm reading Illuminations by Alan Moore, and I'm basically done. I don't know if you can see the bookmark there. I have like 2 stories to go. And yeah, I really love this book, man. The Alan Moore stories can be funny at times and really, really heavy sometimes. It's really, you're going to find a story here that you're going to like. You're going to find a story here that you're going to hate, that you don't really care for. But I imagine that's the way with all short stories collection, right? Now, so this is what I'm reading. Is the last book in the Odyssey saga quadrilogy. These are 4 books. This is 3001, and yeah, I'm planning to read this with. I'm going to start this as soon as I finish Illuminations, which is going to be in like maybe today, tomorrow. But yeah, I'm planning to do a video on this series as well once I finish this. And yeah, I'm hoping I like this book because this is the last one. Okay, so today, this month, I'm going to finish 2 series, right? I finished already the Reef War the Reef War saga, and I'm going to finish the Odyssey series quadrilogy. So now I have to decide which series I'm going to read next. So that's going to be difficult, but I'm planning to do sort of a dynamic. I watched a few channels are doing this. I've seen, the Obsessive Bookseller has done this. Veto Read Reviews as well, and I don't know who else is doing this, but I'm going to notate some little notes the series that I want to start that I have here on my shelf, or the series that I already started but I haven't finished yet, and I'm going to pick from Like a Glass and see what we get. I'm hoping I don't get The Wheel of Time first because I'm planning to do a book, a regular book, and then a serious book. Regular book, serious book. So if I get The Wheel of Time, I mean, shit, that's like 14 books, and I haven't read any of them. So yeah, let's hope we get something more manageable, right? But let me show you the series that we're working with first.
Behold, my stuff.
All right, guys, so let's go ahead and see the series that I have here pending to either finish or start, and then we're gonna put them in a sort of cup or whatever, and I'm going to choose from there. So first, we got here the Sun Eater series. I already read the 3 of this, and I still need to read the other 3 that are out. So there's one. We have the Lonesome Dove series, which are like, it's a trilogy, I believe. I'm really not sure, but I believe it's a trilogy. Then we have John Carter of Mars, books 1 through 7. So I know there's like 14 books, but they're short books, even though this is a massive tome. But yeah, it has 7 books in this. Then we have Malazan, the first book, Gardens of the Moon. I hope I don't get Malazan either. Same with The Wheel of Time, because these are 10 books and they're pretty dense as far as I know. By the way, I already checked back there and I really don't have any series pending over there. So then we go to Rivers of Stars. This is the second book in the Underhaven series. So there's only 2 books. There's this one, and the first one is Underhaven, which I need to buy if I get it. And then here, that's it. But if we go to the second row, we're gonna find, well, here we have Ender's Game, but I don't want to read that series. I don't know why I even I bought the book. I don't know why, but yeah, I really don't care for that. So then we have, let me see here. Well, this one, Odyssey, I'm going to finish it. So on this shelf, we don't really have anything. And here we have The Expanse and Maze Runner. I don't really want to start it either. I don't know why I have it here. But The Expanse is also like 10 books long. So yeah. And then we have The Three Musketeers, which is 2 books long. This is The Three Musketeers. And then we have 20 Years Later, I believe that's the name. And then we have 2 books on the Genesis of Oblivion series. I'm missing the third one. This haven't read either of them. And then if we go to the last, second to last shelf, we have The Pillars of the Earth, which I haven't read any of those books, and they're pretty massive. We have Elric of Meldebone. We have, what else? That's it for that shelf. And at the end of the shelf, we have Dune, which I'm missing the last 2 books. And then we have The Wheel of Time, of course. I have like 7 or 8 of those books. But yeah, that's it for this bookshelf. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so here, the series that we have pending are this one's The Murders. I don't know what's the series name, but it's a series of like a serial killer or something like that, which is the Magpie Murders and the Moonflower Murders. And then we have, we have the Border Trilogy by McCarthy. I'm missing the last one on that trilogy. I haven't read any of those either. So then we have, let me see here. Oh, sure, we have the Books of Earthsea. I've only read the first book, which is pretty short, Wizard of Earthsea, and I'm missing basically the entire book of that tome. Then we have the King Killer. I've read the first one, The Name of the Wind, and I'm missing the other ones. And then we have The Stand, but here what I'm doing is that I want to start reading the Dark Tower, right, by Stephen King. And everyone I've seen has told me that I have to read The Stand first. So yeah, we're going to put the Dark Tower here with The Stand as the first book. And then, of course, we have more Stormlight to continue with this series. And then I believe that's it. I mean, down there, what do we have? Oh yeah, we have Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn. I don't know if you watched those books. I haven't read any of them, those books either. But yeah, that's what we're working with. All right, guys. So I was able to find actually a big ass cup, and we're gonna put all the papers here just for you to know. These are 19. These are the papers. These are 19 series, including the ones that I in the middle of and the ones that I want to start. So which one are we going to finish first? If we get the Wheel of Time, man, I don't know what I'm gonna kill myself. Okay, well, here we go. I'm not looking. You're gonna be the first to know which one we're finishing. And this one is. Do you see it there? What is this? Oh, it's the murder series. So it's not focusing. Maybe if I put it on my face. Okay, so I'm going to leave the cup here, and I'm going to show you the books that I'm going to read. Yeah, I'm actually kind of happy that I got these books because these are only 2. So the first book in the series is Magpie Murders. These are by Anthony Horowitz. And these are regular size books. This is like almost 500 pages. And then the second book is The Moonflower Murders. by Anthony Horowitz as well. And this is a little bit longer. I don't know, this is a little bit shorter actually. Why does it look, it actually looks bigger, right? This one looks bigger, but it's shorter, like 100 pages shorter. But yeah, this is the series that we're going to do. So once I'm finished with 3001, I'm going to read a regular book, and then I'm going to start with one of those books, regular book, finish the series, and then bring you guys what I think about that. All right, so okay guys, that was it. Thank you for watching the video, and have a good one.